What's going on, guys? Wyatt here to break down the Flyers 4-3 overtime loss to the Edmonton Oilers. This game was a bit of a heartbreaker. Really sucks that the Flyers weren't able to get 2 points out of this one, but they did get 1 point. So looking on the positive side, now puts them at 1-1-1. Uh, Not a terrible start to the West Coast trip, but let's get into this one. This is one that the Flyers probably should have won with how much the Oilers shot themselves in the foot. The Flyers blew a 2-0 lead and a 3-2 lead in this game, but looking aside from the negatives, uh, of course, Matvei Michkov opened up the scoring. He scores his first goal in the NHL on the power play, and then he scores his second goal in the NHL on the ensuing power play. The first goal just kind of jammed a loose puck in, beat Stuart Skinner, who was kind of lost the puck in his pads. Edmonton challenges for goalie interference. The challenge is unsuccessful, results in another power play for the Flyers, and Michkov has another beautiful goal on the power play. Seems as though Michkov will single-handedly help the power play, which is something we've theorized for quite some time now. So that is good to see. So the Flyers go into that first intermission up 2-0. It largely outplayed the Oilers. The Oilers were shooting themselves in the foot. Really just in typical Oilers fashion to start the year. Really, they last year and this year they've been rough, but they come out. The Oilers do in the second period. They look much better. They outplayed the Flyers for really the whole second period. It was more evident in the first 15 minutes at least. Adam Henrique scores a goal. Connor Brown scores a goal. And all of a sudden it's 2-2. All the momentum's in the Oilers' favor. And then Bobby Brink scores off a deflection. I believe it hit Mattias Ekholm. Thought it might have hit Jet Luchenko, but unfortunately Jet will have to wait another day for his first career NHL goal. But still, the Flyers head into the second intermission up 3-2 against a pretty good Oilers team, and you got to think positively that we might walk away with a win here. Unfortunately, it's not how it goes. The Flyers held on for much of the third period, kept it 3-2. Then inevitably, Evan Bouchard nets a goal, makes it 3-3, as with like 4 minutes left in the third. And the Oilers wait and take this one to overtime because they know they have the advantage just about any time a game goes to overtime. Oilers won possession in overtime, and we've seen this one too many times before. It looked like Sanheim had the puck in the overtime period, and it might have skipped over his stick as he was, racing down to the Oilers zone. He slams into the boards. McDavid's left with the puck on a breakaway. Ersson stones him. McDavid recovers his rebound, passes it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl scores, and that's the game. That one hurts a lot. But on the bright side, there are some things to take away from this that were pretty good. Sam Ersson looked really good tonight. Even in that overtime period, Ersson stones McDavid on a breakaway, which is really hard to do. And outside of that, Sam Ersson looked legit. I mean, the Oilers had 33 shots on goal. Ersson allows 4 goals. So it is a sub 900 save percentage game for Ersson, but he made some big saves. This game could have easily been 6-3 or 7-3 with some of the crazy saves he made. He got some post luck too, but Ersson looked good. Michkov, obviously, 2 goals. He's the second star of the game. Draisaitl with the game winner, he's the first, and looks like the NHL gave it to Bouchard on the app, but I'm gonna give third star to Connor McDavid because he had a goal or 2 assists, and he looked really good at the end of the game. Anyways, Michkov gets the 2 goals, which is huge. Huge weight off of his back. He now has the confidence to probably light the league on fire, hopefully. So we're gonna see more from Michkov. 2 game goalless drought, and maybe never again. Uh, with that being said, him and Luchenko both looked pretty good tonight, especially with a big matchup against the best player in the world and probably like the fifth or sixth best player in the world against a team that just went to the Stanley Cup. So that's very impressive that they looked so well tonight. Tortorella had faith having Michkov and Luchenko out there in the waning seconds of the third period. That's huge. Obviously, we know how much Tortorella likes Luchenko, but just the fact that he's backing up what he's saying is pretty important in my eyes. But outside of that, this one was a bit of a heartbreaker. These are the types of games that the Flyers need to win if they want to make the playoffs. This is a game that you're going to look back on and say, wow, the Oilers tried in so many different ways to give us this game, and we just lost it in the end. Uh, Fortunately, and I'll leave you guys with this, my parting gift. The Flyers' power play was 2 for 7 tonight, which is 28.6%. That's more than double what the season total was last year. And if the season total is better, that much better, I like our odds to make the playoffs. So back at it again against Seattle, I think in the next couple of days. Haven't looked that far. Gonna need to sleep on this one tonight because this one was rough. Thanks, guys.